Hello, and welcome to HODL Harmony, where the beat of the blockchain meets the rhythm of riches. Are you riding this crypto wave with me? Who am I, you might ask? I am Tom Durante, the maestro, your guide to the crypto space. I am also just a humble crypto enthusiast who got into this wild world back in 2020 with just a GPU mining rig and a passion for passive income. I'm bullish on Bitcoin and Cardano, but I also like taking profits on other coins. With my background in music and my music in the background, oh, there it is, that's a good one, I bring a unique vibe to breaking down this crypto economy. Think of it as a soundtrack to your hodling journey. Let's find the harmony in hodling together. Here on HODL Harmony, expect pretty much daily videos. This is our weekly outlook video on Sunday, though, with simple technical analysis to read the charts, market updates, wallet guides to keep your coins safe, stories from my ongoing mining journey, practical crypto tips. Whether you are new or a seasoned hodler, I'm here to learn and grow with you. Remember, I may be just a few years ahead of you on your journey, or maybe I'm not. But I'm here to learn and grow with you. And always, I'm just passionate. I'm no expert. Just do your own research, please. And take responsibility for your own actions. So, on the way in, I will ask you if you like my style, you like what I do, you want to support the channel in our mission of growth and growing. We are doing 5,684 subscribers as of right now, this very minute. A couple things I'll ask of you. Number one, hit that like button. Number two, smash the subscribe. 3, poke the notification bell so you get notified whenever I put out new content. Number 4, share this show with everyone you know. That will help us grow. Number 5, join the community and the conversation on Discord. I did post a link this time. I feel ahead of the game. And if you want to go that extra step further, you can find a link in the description to my Patreon. Go ahead and support me there if you like what I do and you want to really, really help me out. That's what you do. That's how you do it. Alrighty. Welcome to Sunday. Here we are. We made it. It's been a couple of days since I've been live, so it feels like an eternity, basically, but we're here. We're having fun. Here we are. Let's do the thing. Let me just pull this up just so I can see what's going on. I actually made an actual thumbnail today. It took me not very long at all, and I made an actual thumbnail. So I hope you like it. Let me know. There will be more of those in the future. Who knows? Maybe my views will blow up because I actually did a thumbnail. I took 2 seconds and I made a thumbnail. Hey, we got 3 people watching on Rumble. Please, Rumble. You people, excuse me. You all on the Rumble are so quiet. I never hear from you. I want to hear from you. This is a live show for a reason. If I just wanted to talk at you, then I would just record a video and post it. But I want to hear from you. You are part of the conversation. You're here too. This isn't just me. It's you as well. So join the conversation, drop me a line, and say hello to our friends here. We got a couple of, oh, did I put myself right on top of them? Let me move my face. I don't know where I'll put myself, maybe over here somewhere, but check this out. Check this out. We got some people beaming in. It's making the sound effects. You probably can't hear it. Woo, 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 woo. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? I don't know. What do you think? Lights on, lights off? We'll turn the lights on for now. All right, let's get into it. And you want to see what we're talking about. You don't want to see that. Look, that's me. You're watching that, most likely. You want to see this. All right, we got a crypto rundown of the weekly events. Below is a concise weekly rundown for your HODL Harmony Sunday show, covering crypto news from June 29th to July 6th. with 2 Bitcoin mining specific stories, because I asked for them, a list of top gainers and losers, and 3 moderately difficult trivia questions. The content is tailored to your audience of crypto beginners and enthusiasts, prioritizing Bitcoin and Cardano per your preference, and leverages your X handle HODL Harmony for engagement. That's exciting. The information is sourced from recent web and X posts reflecting the current date, July 6th, and aligns with your request for a rundown, gainers, losers, and trivia. Alrighty. Synopsis of last week in crypto news. The crypto market last week showed bullish momentum tempered by volatility, driven by regulatory developments and Bitcoin strength. Key highlights include Bitcoin hits, I'm going to say 109,000 because it hit 109,000, especially today. Bitcoin traded at $108,038, briefly reclaiming $110,000, with traders eyeing a breakout above 116,000. Are you excited? I'm very excited for that. It should be happening anytime. Fueled by $2.2 billion in ETF inflows and a greed, fear, and index. And a greed, fear, and greed index. Okay. Well, let's just take a look at that real quick because I hadn't looked at that. Are we in greed? No, we are not. Did we get there? No, we did not. Not this month. Well, maybe soon. That'd be great. All right. U.S. Crypto Week? What? I don't read these before I go on. I just read them live because that's what's exciting. Oh man, you're looking at the wrong screen, bruh. What you doing? That's not what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. But I was just gonna look at that just to see. Hey, we got 4 people on Rumble. Sound off. Tell us where you're watching from, how you found the channel, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. 0 people on YouTube. Hey man, I'm making my decision here. Making my choices, and it's very clear. All right, Freedom speaks. And look at that, U.S. Crypto Week. All right, the U.S. House will debate 3 crypto bills. Wow, Clarity, Genius, and Anti-CBDC Surveillance Act. Starting July 14th. Well, that's exciting. Potentially impacting Bitcoin and stablecoins, I would say so. So we have basically another week of uncertainty and market conditions, and then they'll start to debate that, and then they'll start to pass them, and then I think our parabolic moves will begin. So give it a couple weeks. That's good because I'm feeling pretty low down in the budget. So I need to get a little bit more funds going so I can, I'm positioned. I've been waiting, but I've had to sell some stuff recently. So anyway, Coinbase influence grows. Could it possibly grow anymore? Coinbase was named among Time's 2025 most influential companies, boosting crypto's mainstream credibility. SoFi re-enters crypto. I saw that. SoFi Technologies announced its return to crypto investing, allowing users to buy and hold assets, driving its stock to a 52-week high. Wow. $80,000. This was a big deal. We talked about this a little bit earlier in the week. 80,000 Bitcoin moved. Excuse me, I said dollars. Over 80,000 Bitcoin. $5.2 billion dormant since 2011. That's a big deal. Moved across 8 wallets on July 4th. All on the same day. Sparking speculation of a whale activity or a hack. Well, I have to say, I don't think it's a hack. I think it's just people hitting price targets and they're getting sick of the price sitting here at 100,000. They're like, well, I got 10,000 Bitcoin sitting over here in a wallet that's been sitting there for 15 years. Maybe I'll move it now. Why now, though? Why now? And also, something that it hasn't mentioned, but we talked about earlier in the week, somebody sent $20,000 or something like that to a wallet that we know was owned by Satoshi. So, what gives? What gives? Give me what you think down in the comments below. Botanics Labs launches Bitcoin Layer 2. Botanics Labs partnered with Chainlink to launch a Bitcoin Layer 2 mainnet, enabling Ethereum-style DeFi with 40-plus dApps, decentralized applications. All right, and then I did ask, because I am a Bitcoin miner, I want to see some more Bitcoin mining content and news. So, American Bitcoin raises $220 million. American Bitcoin, backed by Eric and Donald Trump Jr., raised $220 million to acquire more Bitcoin and mining rigs, boosting the sector's visibility despite ethical concerns. Yeah. Because the guy's president, his sons can't do anything? Give me a freaking break. I'm over it. Well, hello there, Jim. Welcome back. I know, it is. I mean, is it like a tribute? Is that what you think? Like they're just kind of like, thank you, Master Nakamoto. Here is your tribute. And like give it to charity. Give it to something like, how about like on the topic of giving it to charity? Not just giving the money to charity, give the Bitcoin to charity and enable them to learn about the Bitcoin. You know, like giving it to a dead wallet. I mean, what does that really help? I don't really know what that helps. Number 2, miners face June output dip. Many miners like Riot Platforms and Mara Holdings report lower June production due to Texas power curtailment amid heat waves. And I imagine the floods, I don't know, prioritizing cost savings. Interesting. All right, let's get to our top what? Why are there 7? Grok. I don't know. I asked for 5 and it gives me 7. Oh well. Hype. The Hype token up 50%, surged among mid-cap tokens driven by community hype. Sui. No way, up 45%? I haven't even looked at my Sui. Gained on DeFi and Layer 1 momentum. I'm going to look right now. I'm going to look. I have not even looked. 45%. Okay, well, I don't know what the time... I guess over the week, maybe? 'Cause I'm only up not even 1%. When the miners are pivoting to treasuries, you know that solo miners are winning. I saw something about... somebody got a solo block on a BitX. Hey man, you are looking at my solo mining operation along with it's being watched over by the crew of the Enterprise. I can't figure out where to put myself where I'm not blocking anything, so maybe I'll just like make myself smaller because this tab is not about me. All right. I'm going to block a fan. So you're looking at, right below me, you're looking at my Canon Nano 3S. And right next to that is the Nerd QX, which is getting I think it's about 2.5, 2.6 terahash a second. So yeah, I love solo mining. I love regular mining. I just got my Avalon Q. I love that. I put out a nice short about that, so check that out on my channel. Maybe at the end we'll check that out. But no, Sui was not up 45% this week. Not at all. So I don't know where that was. Sui? Yeah, not say. Okay, anyway. Gained on DeFi and Layer 1 momentum. Pepe up 40%, although I don't know if I can trust these numbers anymore. Rallied with meme coin speculation, but I'm just going to read them. HBAR up 6.7%, boosted by CBDC pilots and enterprise programs. Not that enterprise though. Anyway, anybody? Cardano up 4%, supported by NASDAQ index inclusion and DeFi growth. Bitcoin up 3%, held 108,000, driven by ETF inflows, and XRP up 1.6%, fueled by ETF speculation. Oh, but we only get 5 losers. Okay. Dogecoin down 1.7%, hit by meme coin weakness. Ethereum down 0.8%, dropped, lagging due to ETF delays. Binance Coin, BNB, down 2%. I love how these are in numerical order. Dipped amid Binance SEC case uncertainty. Shiba Inu down 3%. Again, we're just all over the place with these numbers. Declined with meme coin sell-off. Litecoin down 2.5%, fell, lacking specific catalysts. We don't know why it fell. It just fell. All right. Okay, well, that is our weekly news. Let's get into the charts. I've been following the charts. We had a nice little pump this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it was. Curious to see if Ethereum is going back for that 1800 area for a formal backtest. Price action has been whipping everywhere for ETH. Looks like liquidity hunting. Looks like a dead program. I don't know. I mean, I like to believe in things, but I was really behind ETH, and it's just kind of lost its luster. It just, I don't know. It seems like going backwards. You know, once you find Cardano and you see all the things that Cardano is doing and how Charles Hoskinson, you know, he's not in charge anymore. Much to, many people's surprise, because they like to blame him for everything. But he ushered us to where we are, and, you know, he's not in charge anymore. So it's being run by a community. It's a decentralized organization now. And so he got us to where we are with Cardano. And the way that he did that was by taking his time and doing things right the first time and not rushing to be the first one out. You know, Ethereum, I think its days are numbered, honestly. You know, it might do well this cycle, and then maybe peter out, or it might hang on for another cycle or two, but I do not know. All right, so yeah, I saw this nice candle here. This one, was it? I think it was this one. 9 o'clock? Nope, this one. Yeah, I saw this movement coming up, and I was like, all right, this looks pretty promising. Yeah, he does do that. Charles gets a little too passionate. He definitely does. You gotta remember, I mean, he's only a couple years older than me. He's like 38, you know. He's not some Michael Saylor who's like, I don't know, 60s or something. So we are looking at a pretty good price movement. I mean, look how stable that was over the weekend. We had a dip, these big whales moving some stuff and freaking everybody out, and then we recovered a little bit and stayed sideways for a better part of a day, 2 days basically, from, you know, the end of Friday all the way through this morning here. It's about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then boom, took off. Pretty good, I would say. That's a nice pump, and that looks like it's gonna set us up for some bigger moves later in the week. So let's go to a weekly outlook and see where we're. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's right. I wanted to take a look. We'll go on to the daily candle and take a look at like the price action over the whole week, since this is our weekly outlook. Oh yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so here's our. Let's go to the daily, and we'll zoom in over the last 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I mean, like, started off the week. Whoa, where are we? Sunday, right here. Here we are. What? Okay, I guess we've started Monday's candle. We're in it now. I don't know. I have no idea why. Probably because of the time, wherever the time zone is for this thing. I don't know. I'm still figuring all this out. All right, so from Sunday last week, I mean, we had a nice big candle here on Thursday, and then we came back a little bit, and now we're starting to come up again. Let's look at our weekly candles. There we are. So please just ignore all of these. Actually, you know what? Don't ignore them, because I have a different chart. Nope. There we go. I have a different chart that I like to use without all those for my weekly outlook. Let's take a look. There we go. Now you don't have to ignore nothing. Look at that. This is our weekly candles, and this is the beginning of the year right here. So that looks pretty good. Remember, you got to zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. So this is since the beginning of the year right here. This is January 1st right here. So we've pretty much, okay, we've been sideways a lot. We had a nice run up, set some new, oh, that's 2024. Good Lord. I was like, oh my gosh. It's been a long year. Whew. Feels like it though. Okay, so we had a nice run up into the new year, and then we set our peak. There we are. Set our all-time high, which we have broken a little bit, but not too much. CME open probably starts Monday's candle. Oh, I see. Yep, that makes sense. I was just like, well, what? All right. So yeah, so we had a remember being down here. Gosh, if only I was able to take out some loans or something. If only there was like a a government entity that would like control the interest rates and would lower them so that people could borrow money. But we don't have that around here. So instead, I was not able to buy anymore at 74. I mean, I probably bought, but not like I would if I was able to take money out against my house like I'm trying to do. But those interest rates. All right, anyway, so we've been pretty much up every week. We've been sideways a little bit, but we're looking to gain some more traction here. And I think it's going to be pretty exciting, pretty phenomenal moves coming up in our very near future. All right, let's take a look at everybody's favorite Bitcoin. I mean, Cardano. It always reloads Bitcoin for me. All right, so this is our 1 hour chart. My foot is asleep. It's like, hey, you haven't done this in a while. It's only been 20 minutes, 30 minutes. All right, so we're heading down a little bit. We had a nice little price movement today. And down we go. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. Overall momentum is up. This could come up a little bit, down a little bit. We're just waiting for that pop off top here. All right, let's look at the date and we'll go back a week. Okay. Again, Thursday was a good day. A nice big pump. And there we have it. Pretty sideways, It's all right with me. 58 cents Cardano is all right with me. And I wish I had more cash available. It's a pay week, so if the market can wait until Wednesday, then I might have a little bit more money. But we've been preparing for 3 years for this. So it is what it is. Oh, wow. Look at that. So if we look at the weekly, Cardano's been down, but look, it's starting to come up now. It's starting to come up. This is a weekly candle. All right. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row that have been down. So Monday's new week candle has started. How many hours we got left? Oh, yeah, exactly. So usually I think it starts at 8 p.m. my time is when the new candles for the next day open up for the next week. So that's what that is. 8 o'clock my time. It's been open for an hour. It's 9 o'clock now. So there it is. We are starting an uptrend. We've been in a little bit of an uptrend, as you can see, but our volume still needs to work its way up. So give that, maybe something like this. We're looking at maybe the end of July. That would suck, but we'll be working our way up. I mean, whenever it happens, it happens. You can't really get upset about it. It's almost like a force of nature. You don't really get mad at the hurricane. You just get out of the way. This one, it's a wave, and you're trying to ride it. All right, so there's that. Where's this? Oh, we want our hash rate. Yeah, my graphs never load. I'll have to look into that. Okay, Bitcoin hash rate. Boom. All right. And this is a daily. All right, not too bad. Gaining a little momentum here. This is how much hash rate is running the network. And then let's take a look at one more thing, our stable coins. So I was watching some things. If I could spell, that would be great. I was watching some videos this week, tracking back the weekly chart with the federal interest rate as an indicator gives you a great perspective on how price action works with rates. I have to see about adding the interest rate as like an overlay or something. I'm very limited because I don't pay for TradingView just yet, so I'm kind of limited on what I can put. I can only put so many indicators and stuff on here at one given time. So that's actually another reason why I have all these different charts. Because like I can't just put, oh wow. This is a weekly. Let's look at the daily. Okay, here's our daily. June, yeah. So since about here, stablecoin market cap has been rising. Let's see. All right, let's move on here. Let's look at our active addresses. Looks like it's pretty stable. What's happened here? Recent data. There you go. Oh, because it logged me out for some reason. Oh, I don't even know what I logged in with here. I have to reload that for tomorrow. Let me see. Let me take you off of here for a minute just and see if I can remember what I logged in with. There we go. Is that right? Yeah, let's go over here and refresh this. Yep, there it is. Okay, yeah, staying pretty stable, and this difficulty has not changed since the last time we looked at it. It's staying where it said it was going to stay. There we go, overall. So we're back at levels that we haven't seen since April. That's pretty good. All right, and we already looked at this. Our fear and greed is still neutral, but I think this week we're going to flip it. Oh, I see. Adding it as a pane below. Okay, I'll check that out. Stables rising is nice to see. Floating liquidity adds confidence that the emerging market narrative is starting to fade. Yeah, I'm ready for something different, a little change. And yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of people around the world use stablecoins more than they would use like cash. It's probably easier to get than it is to get like the dollar or something like that. All right, so AI had its most popular week ever in its entire history this last week. And by a far margin, and you can see it's dropping now the next week here. And Bitcoin is just doing nothing. This is the search terms. Over the past 12 months, look how stable it's been. So I have a feeling once that starts to pop off, or once the price starts to pop off, then we will see interest start to pop off as well. And that will be a little self-fulfilling prophecy and a little ever-moving train, and off it goes. Okay, we've been holding very stable. It's just been like I feel like I've been saying the same thing over and over again for weeks, because basically I have. But the one thing that will never get old is your body is mostly water. Please stay hydrated and get your daily dose. It fixes a lot of things that could potentially go wrong with you. All right, you know what that means. I find your lack of Bitcoin disturbing. Man, that was so long ago. All right, it's time to check in with the market sentiment on X. Let's see what we got. Why is there a tobacco tax? So that people smoke less. So why is there an income tax? Oh, once you realize it. Is this the most recent one? Yes, it is. All right, so Elon Musk is starting a new political party. I think it's an all right idea. Coming from equities, the crypto market is kind of boring. Well, I don't know if it's boring all the time. It's just this cycle. This cycle in particular has been extremely boring. But, I guess that's okay. It's given everybody, when it starts to rip and it really starts to take off, there's no telling where it's going to go. I have my ideas. I think we're headed to at least 250,000. A lot of people say more than that. But wherever it takes off to, people will have no excuse, zero excuse, why they didn't hop on board the train before it left the station. They're just going to have to wait, or they're going to FOMO in, and it's going to be their fault. Everybody gets Bitcoin at the price that they deserve. So, yeah. Now, I think this is a great idea. I think that the Democrats and the Republicans they're two sides of the same coin. And if you look at other modern countries with democracies, America is not a democracy. America is a constitutional republic with democratic procedures and policies and things like that. But it's not a hard, fast democracy. And people get that mixed up. And they say, oh, well, here's a threat to democracy. Well, no, actually, we're not a democracy. We're a representative republic. And so that means, like, the people who you call our leaders, they're not our leaders. Like, we are the leaders. You ever heard of we the people? It's us who are the leaders. So we choose who represents us because we're busy working and doing other things, some of us anyway. But yeah, so other countries have more representation, more diverse representation, right? If you look at England, they have a bunch of different political parties. I'm not a political expert on United Kingdom politics, but I know they have multiple parties. I lived in Russia. I studied Russian culture. And when I was over there, it was the celebration of the victory of World War II, which is a big deal, obviously, around the world, but especially over there. And they march, and all the political parties are there, and they have multiple political parties. And the Communist Party is still a valid political party in Russia. They don't have the support that they did once, but yeah, I mean, it's still a thing. So more political parties, I think, the better, because you can't just have a stranglehold on power like the Democrats and Republicans have had over the last 100 years or more. If there's at least one other viable party, then they have to kind of negotiate and work kind of like they do now, but it's only, to a certain extent. If there was a third party in there, even with 5% of the overall vote, it would really throw a wrench into this two-party system that we have, and it would be healthy, and that would be the revolution that we need, basically. Definitely stale, more so than boring. Yeah, you cannot. That's why I have the hat, I have the thing, I have the Bitcoin everywhere. It's like you can't ignore Bitcoin, you just can't. It's the number one, it's the top dog for a reason. Here you go. Don't cover the fields. Cover the parking lots. That's a great idea. I don't know why nobody ever thought of that. Ugh. Speaking of my Bitcoin over there, you can't even see it. Kinda. It's over there. Anyway. Cover the car parks. That would be great. And then if you had an electric car, you could just charge it right from there. This is just funny. Oh, they're not doing that one. Okay, so my Bitcoin X has turned into not just a Bitcoin X. So sometimes I bookmark things forgetting on what I'm on. So just remember, 5 years ago, you dreamed about where you are right now. That's pretty motivational. If you ask me. President Trump says he supports abolishing property taxes in every state. That would be incredible. That would actually help people. I would love to see that. This is too funny. I'm just going to keep scrolling. Feeling like a loner when everyone talks about the weather. Someone please say Bitcoin. When you're at a party and nobody wants to talk about Bitcoin. It's okay. One day they will. Okay, so you get 100,000 ADA, but you have to give up coffee forever. I'm sorry, Ada. I love you, but I couldn't do it. Not forever. Alright. Written in a tent, surrounded by war, nearly 2,000 years ago, Still, the reminder you needed today. What are you afraid of losing when nothing in the world actually belongs to you? Audited every 10 minutes. Has never been audited in 110 years. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of it. What good is it doing us? Oh, how did that get in there? This girl posted some wild stuff. You know, if it didn't say banks on there, just looking at the content there, I would be like, they're both pretty good. Both pretty good. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But yeah, make America. Isn't that great? Make America hydrated again. Yeah, I don't know. All this stuff. I need to get this off my bookmarks. It has nothing to do with crypto. Elon starting a third party is closely akin to Tesla and SpaceX. Low probability of success, but if successful, it'll completely change the game. George Washington. It's like they didn't listen at all. Bro, same, says Jesus. All right, look at this. Let's see what we got here. Thanks to the positive impact of Bitcoin on our business, we have decided to remodel all our restaurants. What? Much appreciated, Bitcoiners. That's awesome. That's really cool. Amazing. We just drove 2 hours again to our nearest Steak and Shake to get some tallow fries paid for in Bitcoin. My family loves you guys. We are behind you 100%. I really like what they're doing. I took my dad there a couple weeks ago. We talked about Bitcoin and beef tallow fries and all that stuff. I don't know what's going on here, but it's kind of funny. I mean, I guess when you're Donald Trump, anything goes. All right, anyway. Well, here you go. Let's leave it on this. And then we can check in on my Bitcoin knots instance. Look at that. Core sucks. Run knots. And that's exactly what I'm doing. This will be my third instance of knots that I will be running. Look at it. It's loading up so nicely. Let's check on my Bitcoin miners. Let me refresh that. Well, we come over here and take a look at my mining rigs. What are we doing? We're pulling 261 terahash right now. You can see it's pretty stable. Let's see what I did today. Ooh, 7 cents today. Now let's see. Overall, yep. So I've raised my daily income from $10 to $15. I think you can see the day that I brought my Avalon Q online. I think it was actually here where it started to go up because it's pretty stable. Once it gets stable, it's stable. But yeah, I'm making, at $100 million of Bitcoin, at $100 million of Bitcoin, I am making $14,000 a day. Wow. We just have to get to $100 million of Bitcoin. That's all. I can wait. All right, let's see. Is this loaded yet? Hey, we have loaded we have synchronized 20% of the blockchain. So far, it's 150 gigabytes. And look at this. We're still not even all the way through. I don't know. It's going to take forever, and I'm just going to let it. Although I already have the data downloaded, I just don't want to screw with it. I just want it to do its thing. Because I already have 2 nodes running. This is my 3rd node. This is going to be the one I use more for daily transactions and things like that. But any hoozles, I think we've had enough fun for today, my friends. We are back on the horse. We are back on it here. We're going to get this grind. I'm not going to miss a day this week. Of course, every time I say that, I do. But I have nothing going on this week. I need to be working in my piano workshop, and I need to be working on my Patreon, and I need to be working on my YouTube. So stick around, be a part of it. Let's do our outro here. Waiting for the next song. There we go. That's good. Alrighty. So that's it. If you want to help out humanity in our mission of evolution, the first thing I would ask of you, number 1, be patient with yourself. It's been a couple of days. I'm forgetting my stuff. I got to write it down. Be patient with yourself. The person in the mirror, the only person to you whose opinion should matter. Number 2, be respectful of other people, even if they don't deserve it. It really messes with their head. Number 3, be honorable to all earthlings, big and small. Number 4, that was 3, right? Number 4, remember your body is mostly water. Stay hydrated and get your daily dose. Yum. All right, let's check it in here. Take a look. Take a look. There they are. We're gonna beam out. Pew! What am I doing over here? Checking in. 5684 is the number to beat. Oh, we went down a little bit. It's all right. We lost a couple subscribers. It happens, but we're growing on Rumble. We're growing on Rumble, that's for sure. Let's see what we're doing here. Let's see what we're doing here. Nope, not that one. Yeah, I've been trying really hard. Not really hard, but I've been trying to keep up and remember. Oh my God, it's Fussy! How are we doing, sir? I've been trying to keep up with whatever I post on YouTube. I post it immediately on Rumble. And I've got 6 followers right now on Rumble, so we can do better than that, but it's okay. I'm really happy seeing people here on Rumble, but I really wish, I mean, you guys are so quiet. Nobody's saying a word over on Rumble. I miss you. I miss you. I would like to get to know you. I can't miss you if I don't know you. So, get to know me. Throw me a line in the chat. Say hello, like Jim and Fussy. Fussy, what is going on? Have you been able to get back into the Discord yet? It's been awful quiet in there. Awful quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me. But anyway, at any rate, we miss you. We're glad you're here. Let's see. If you want to help out the channel in our mission of growth, although we kind of shrunk a little bit today. It's just been slow this last couple weeks. In our mission of growth, a couple things that I would ask of you. Number 1, smash the like button. Hit that like button. Smash the subscribe. Poke the notification bell. Oh man, Fussy's Discord's all messed up. Well, that's unfortunate. Poke the notification bell so you get notified whenever I put out new content. Number 4, share the show with everyone you know. That will help us grow. Number 5, join the conversation on Discord. Well, fortunately, you don't have that many because I kind of took the weekend off. But you got some shorts to watch. You got some cool shorts. Speaking of which, I was going to play one of them for you. So I'll do one right now. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Freedom money? Freedom money, anyone? How do I do it? I'm going to do one right now. Freedom money. All right, let me mute my music. So many things to click. Let's see, where is this? What the heck? There we are.
HODL Harmony, where the beat of the blockchain meets the rhythm.
Oh no!
Are you writing?
Hang on. It's on the wrong one. Is that it?
Wave with
That's not it, although it is it. What's happening here? Bro. Is it because I went full screen? Bro. Okay, we'll just do it like that for now.
with me. Hello, I'm Tom Durante, the Maestro, and today I'm going to explain how Bitcoin is freedom money. We'll explore why Bitcoin is called freedom money, how its decentralization empowers regular people, and what you can do to support the missions of Bitcoin and Cardano. Bitcoin is often called freedom money because it's decentralized, unlike traditional currencies controlled by governments and banks. Bitcoin operates on a peer-to-peer network. This means no single entity can control it, censor transactions, or inflate supply. It's financial freedom in your hands, especially for people in countries with unstable currencies or authoritative regimes. Bitcoin's decentralization means regular people can influence its direction. By running a node, you help maintain the network's integrity. Using Bitcoin for daily transactions helps its adoption. Participating in community discussions and staying informed about developments ensures Bitcoin remains a tool for freedom. Cardano, another decentralized platform, shares Bitcoin's ideals of financial freedom and inclusivity. You can support Cardano by holding ADA, staking your tokens to secure the network, or even developing applications on its platform. Cardano's focus on scalability and sustainability makes it a key player in the crypto space, with recent developments showing strong growth and potential. Join the movement for financial freedom. Learn more about Bitcoin and Cardano. Get involved in their communities and be a part of the future of money. Hit that like button. Smash the subscribe. Poke the notification bell so you get notified whenever I put out new content. Share the show with everyone you know. That's how we grow.
Did you hear that?
Join me on Discord and support me on my Patreon. Links in the description.
I popped exactly the same pop at exactly the same time. That was kind of cool. That was a little bonus for you there. A little dual pop action for you. That is the skill of an expert musician, able to precisely coordinate popping in the microphone with the exact same pop. People, we are on Rumble. People are watching on Rumble, and they are not saying a word. You should say hello. That's all I'm asking. Just say, hi, I'm watching on Rumble. I like what you're doing. I think your beard is kind of stupid, but I like what you're doing. You know, something along those lines. Alrighty. NC. Nice shorts. You like my shorts? Can you see them? No, I get it. Come on. It ain't that early in the morning. Well, for you maybe. Alrighty. Well, I did say join the conversation on Discord. And then we need, if you want to take your support an extra step, just one extra step. All you gotta do is support me on Patreon. It'll cost you $5 to $10 a month, which, like I said, I waste more money than I care to count. So $10, for one person, $10 a month, it could be missed. Depending on your budget. I'm not saying go out and throw your stuff. Oh, my audio? I'm peeking out a little bit. I haven't messed with my audio in quite some time. Is it... Anyway, I'll play with it before the next one. Yeah, no, everything. Maybe I'm just not talking right into the microphone, because I feel like I've been loud lately. So anyway, support the channel. Do all the things. If you've done all of those things, and I know you haven't smashed that like button. Hit that like button. I know you haven't smashed that subscribe. I know you haven't poked that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I put out new content. And I know you have not joined the conversation on Discord, because it's rather quiet in there. And I know you haven't supported me on Patreon. I know all these things. Mic drop as the music ends. But after you do all those things, the last thing I would ask of you for the multiverse. Wait. For the multiverse. That's not as echoey as I was hoping. For the multiverse, for the universe, for... Don't forget it. The galaxy, for the solar system, for the planet, for the country, your community, your block, your house, your room, and most importantly, for yourself. The most important thing I would ask of you is have a great night. And I will see you tomorrow. For sure. I'll be there. I'll be right here. I'm just going to sit here and wait 24 hours, 22 hours, and then I'll go live again. Nah, I'm going to shower and eat and do all kinds of other stuff. But anyway, have a great night.